Hey everyone, it's Andy from Mtnside Ski Ride, located right here at Wachusett Mountain ski area. Today we're going to help answer the question, what kind of ski is right for me? Welcome to Snow Gear. Lots of times customers come into the shop and they say they're ready to buy a new pair of skis. And right off the bat we ask them, do you know what type of skis you're interested in? Oftentimes they really have no idea. And we take a lot of time to explain all the different options and try to determine what type of ski will most meet their needs. Most recreational skis fall into one of four different categories. First, let's talk about carving skis. These skis get their pedigree and design from race skis. They're basically the same shape and design as a typical amateur race ski. They're just built a bit differently. They're meant to be more accessible to the typical recreational skier. These skis are actually designed to be skied with traditional skier movement patterns, basically the way they teach you how to ski in a ski lesson. They like to be up on edge all the time, and they don't really respond that well to pivoting or skidding around on the trails. Due to their narrow shape, you only have to tip them a little bit to get the edges to grip the snow and start to turn the ski. Carving skis have a classic shape to them. They're generally fairly narrow in the middle with a wider tip and tail. The tip of the ski is slightly upturned and the tail is usually pretty flat. When you look on a ski, they usually have a bunch of different numbers on them. One of those numbers is called the waist width of the ski. The waist width is measured in millimeters right under the middle of the ski boot. Many of the skis have the waist width built right into the name of the ski. For example, a Nordica Steadfast 75 has a waist width of 75 millimeters. A Volcal Mantra 88 has a waist width of 88 millimeters. Waist width on a carving ski can run anywhere from 65 millimeters to 75 millimeters. Carving skis are meant to be skied on groomed trails and usually hold an edge very well on hardpack or even icy terrain that we sometimes get here in New England. They're usually built to make fairly short turns, and they're designed to always be turning and always be up on edge. More advanced carving skis also have the advantage of being extremely stable at high speeds. Most rental and beginner skis are also designed as carving skis. They are ideal for learning how to turn the ski properly, get it up on edge, and arc nice turns down the trail. An entry-level version of a carving ski may not be as stable going fast as the more advanced counterparts, but they promote good habits and proper movement patterns that can really pay off in your future skiing. Next up, we have all-mountain carving skis, also known as all-mountain frontside skis. They are designed very similar to a carving ski, except everything about the ski is generally wider and bigger than a standard narrow carving ski. In fact, they look just like fat carving skis. The waist width on an all-mountain carving ski can be anywhere from 78 to 90 millimeters. They're a little slower to get from edge to edge than their narrower counterparts, but they will skid and pivot a little bit easier. The extra width can also give you somewhat of a more stable platform to balance on. They are still meant to pretty much stay on the trail, but they can usually handle mixed snow conditions better than a narrower ski. If we get a couple inches of snow, or the conditions get a little variable or slushy toward the end of the day, these skis will perform better than a narrower ski. Just like carving skis, we have different models for beginners all the way up to expert skiers. Next up is Freeride Skis, also known as all-mountain freeride skis. The name Freeride Skis originally referred to off-trail and powder skis, but the term gradually expanded to include skis that perform well both on and off the trails. Freeride skis are the most versatile of all the different types of skis. They may not be amazing at any one thing, but they can be skied successfully on almost any type of terrain. This style of ski will usually have a fairly wide waist width, anywhere from 84 to 100 millimeters in the Northeast, and even wider for powder skis out west. They also have more tip and tail rocker than carving skis to handle varying conditions. The tip and tail rocker also reduces how much of the edge of the ski makes contact with the snow. This makes it easier to vary your turn shape or pivot the ski. You can go from quick short turns to long skidded turns without the ski feeling like it's locked into a turn and not letting go. These skis tend to perform fairly well on groomed terrain, but they are also great on moguls, glades, and off-trail. They also perform incredibly well in spring conditions. I used to have a hard time skiing on my heavy and stiff narrow carving skis when the trails would start to slush up at the end of the season. I couldn't believe how well the wider Freeride skis would either skip right over or blast right through the slush without getting bogged down. Our last category is the freestyle, also known as the park ski or twin tips. They are built for the terrain park, but they are also great for skiers who want to bring a more playful and relaxed style to the entire mountain. Most freestyle skis are twin tipped, meaning they curve upward at both ends so you can ski or land tricks backwards or forwards. A lot of park skiers mount their bindings right in the dead center of the ski, so they have equal amounts of tip and tail in front of and behind their boots. Freestyle skis trend toward the wider side and can be anywhere from 85 millimeters wide to 100 millimeters and wider. They are also built to be fairly soft and forgiving, and they lend themselves to a much more relaxed and less disciplined style of skiing compared to a carving ski. They have much less of a side cut, so they are easier to ski flat, and they pivot easily. I used to keep a pair of short twin tips available for when I would teach ski lessons to kids. They were super maneuverable, and I would spend a fair amount of time skiing backwards as the kids skied toward me. They made a potentially difficult lesson a lot easier. So let's do a quick recap. Carving skis. They're narrow, fast, love to turn, and great for groomed trails and hardpack. All-mountain frontside skis. They're versatile, stable, great for varied conditions on groomed and ungroomed trails. Freeride are all-mountain freeride skis. They're wider, playful, easy to turn, and perform great on the trails as well as moguls, glades, and off-trail adventures. Freestyle are twin-tip skis, designed for tricks, jumps, skiing switch, and creative non-traditional skiing. Now, there are always going to be models of skis that seem to defy categories or fit into more than one genre. Ski technology is always evolving, and now we have freeride and freestyle skis that are also excellent at carving on the trails, as well as wider carving skis that will perform well in powder and off-trail conditions. Some skiers want to own that one ski that does a little bit of everything, while others will have a whole quiver of more specialized skis that they can switch up depending on the conditions. So we hope this gives you plenty to think about the next time you're shopping for a new pair of skis. Remember, here at Mtnside, we'd love to talk to you about your next pair of skis. The best part about Mtnside is we have a demo center right here on the mountain where you can try out your next pair of skis before you buy them. If you're not sure what category of skis would be best for you, try them all and find a pair that you can't live without. Until next time, this is Andy from Mtnside Ski and Ride at Wachusett Mountain Ski Area. Thanks for watching Snow Gear.